Today we are going to be looking at the Su-33. I will be going over how this plane performs and talk about its BR, and finally whether or not you should get it. We are going to be starting off with the flight performance. The Su-33 has got the maneuverability of planes like the Su-27 and can do Cobras, but the Su-33 is a lot heavier, and in turn, the engines do struggle a bit at low speeds. Although it is heavier, you do get 12 missiles in total, a better RWR than the Su-27. But the Su-33's RWR does have bigger blind spots than something like the F-16A Block 10. Not to mention you only get 48 countermeasures at 13.0. So don't expect to be able to last too long in a long-range engagement, because if you are running half chaff and half flare, you are pretty much cooked. Even the F-16A has more countermeasures. Next, I will be talking about the armaments it gets, starting off with the R-27ER. The R-27ER is a very good missile for its battle rating, because this thing has an insane range, and combined with the fact that it has inertial guidance, so that even if you lose lock, the missile can still guide itself to the last known position of the enemy. Another missile the Su-33 has access to is the R-27ET. This thing is either going to be your best friend or your worst enemy, because the R-27ET can snipe enemies from 10 kilometers away, and even if they are spamming flares, they will still die. But there are going to be times where you shoot the R-27ET at an enemy, and they use only one flare, the missile will immediately go for it, or if your teammate is near it, will switch targets and team kill your teammate instantly. It really just depends. As an example of how bad the R-27ET can be, pay attention to when I launch the ET at the enemy F-4E. Next up, the battle rating. The Su-33 sits at 13.0, which was a good battle rating for it, but keyword was because Gaijin needed some quick cash, and they decided to make the Chinese Su-30 Premium and thought it would be funny to put it at 13.3 right next to the Su-33's battle rating. Nowadays, the Su-33 gets absolutely demolished by planes like the Chinese Su-30, or even worse when it gets up-tiered, although you should be fine if you know what you are doing. In conclusion, I think this vehicle is worth researching with your squadron, but if you want to buy this thing with golden eagles, you really shouldn't. You are better off buying a premium vehicle or premium time while there are sales. The rest of this video is just going to be gameplay with the Su-33, so sit back and enjoy.